Okay, now let's see if we can get this back together. One of the first things you want to do is with your piston and striker, you want to put a fine film of lube in there. You don't want to get too much. Just about a drop or two. Get that down inside of your piston. Just rub a little bit on the outside of your striker. Slide that in there. You got to put the wrist pin and washers back in. Get a little bit of lube on that. And then kind of drop that in there. This is the tricky part. Getting the wobble plate back into the piston assembly and the gear all in there. First, put a good amount of lube down on your gear housing there. Slide your bearing back in the wobble plate. Squirt a little grease in there. Slide your gear in. Work it around a little bit. Get it nice and greasy. And then this is the tricky part. You got to put that back into that wrist pin while you're putting it down inside the housing. Slide that gear down in there. Push your bearing in until it's flush. And then you take your spring fork, put that over the bearing, and then take a screwdriver, and they've left a little nipple on the back of that just for this purpose, to raise that spring up and snap it back into place. And that'll hold the bearing and your wobble plate mechanism down in the housing. Take your tool holder, get a little bit of grease in there, rub it around pretty good, a little up on the collar. Slide that over. Slide our other gear in, so that'll have to come up a little bit. That slides into place. And you get a good amount of grease on everything else. Slide your cover back on. Screws in. And then we're going to put our nose piece back on. Spring goes on first. That piece there. Ball goes in, bearing retainer goes on, plastic sleeve goes on. In the kit that this comes with, usually it comes with the retaining ring that goes in there. Throw it away, it'll just make you angry. Then put your rubber nose back on, and that's in there. Okay, now we're getting ready to put our gear selector lever back in, and you're going to want this mechanism all the way forward in that position to make sure that we get that pin inside that slot. So put it in like this. Remember, we got to push our red button back in. and that should lock that into place. And I think we're done.